Hello, everybody. Let's hop right into it then, shall we? Hooah! Hello, everybody. It is me again. Yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of Minecraft and deciding what game we're going to be doing next, because we still have a good few options. So if you want to vote on what game we're doing next, you can go over on Twitch and just type a number in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of those and you will vote. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Today, I realize that I'm gonna need a lot of bone meal. We have a big project coming up, and I realize we're gonna need a lot of bone meal for what we want to do. So, we're gonna be making a mob spawner. A big one. So that's gonna take a while. Let's get into how that works. So I'm making a standard mob farm, if you would, sorry. Probably out of cobblestone. Because we have so fucking much of it. Yeah, we're gonna be doing stuff. Hey, alright. As far as the voting goes, please do vote. If you are watching, please do vote. It's imperative that I know exactly what you guys want to see. Leaving that behind, let's get to work. So, mob farms, they're pretty useful, especially in older versions of Minecraft. Nowadays, they're not exactly the most important thing, but they can still be crucial to any player's success. Mostly because mob farms are actually a good way of getting certain items and equipment which you can't get anywhere else, like bones, which is exactly why I'm doing this. Bones. Bones are actually important. Not only are they important, they're incredibly important. Having a very big role to play in the farm we are creating. Not just the farm, but also like the cherry forest as well. Very important stuff. So we're going to be using a lot of bones to grow saplings quickly. I think I actually need the... No, I do. I do. We're going to be using a lot of bones to grow saplings very, very quickly. Also going to need a couple more trapdoors. We're making... It's a very basic farm that we're making, but that should be good enough. Should be. Hopefully. Yeah, after that, we'll just kind of continue with what we're doing already. Let's go. So where will I be building this farm, you may ask? Well, let me go get the supplies for it and you'll find out. We are also going to be needing... There's some bones right there. Luckily. We're also going to be needing as many trapdoors as possible. Very important. And some buckets. We need water buckets. I'm going to be taking some stuff from up here and adding it to the farm. Mostly because this place isn't entirely too important. We can smelt that real quick and it'll give us the bucket. Huh. Oh yeah, that's right. We can just kind of take that then, because we actually do need one of these hoppers. We do need one of them. Alright. Let's get moving then. So, after all that nonsense is done, we need one of these hoppers for something you will see soon. We're going to be making basically an automated mob farm. Now, if anyone in chat does know, I would love to know how far can I believe skeletons and zombies basically have the same HP, but how far can they fall and live? That is a very, very good question. I don't know. I do not know how far they can fall and live. I think it's 24 blocks, but it might be more. It might be more. I don't know, but we're gonna find out today. I'm gonna put this far-ish away from the house. Actually, you could probably put it like over there. Because the village is just going to cut into that. We could also put it behind the house to actually populate the house with, like, behind the house with something. That would also be pretty good. So I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that. Sounds pretty. So, let me actually look it up. Minecraft. $22 blocks. So we want to make this 22 blocks tall. Okay. Yep, okay, 22 blocks tall. And then it also 22 blocks seems to be the perfect sweet spot, because from a swipe with an iron sword it will also kill creepers, skeletons, and zombies. So that we're gonna put it like right over here. Right here. There we go. Yeah, putting it right here sounds pretty good. I also found out recently that It has been quite difficult to use Vroid. I've been using Vroid recently for something. You guys will see in about a month. I got a special thing planned for our anniversary. You probably guess what it is, based on me just saying it's from Vroid. But I got a special thing coming up, and I hope you guys are ready for it, because the last few days I've been working on it. Pretty much only it. That's actually why I didn't stream yesterday, because I was only working on it, on the new project, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. I have had a pretty big setback recently with it, because I want it to be absolutely perfect, so you'll see what I mean. But I hope pretty soon it works well enough. So this will be the block they're landing on, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We'll just leave it at 21. Where the damn shit. Mark it out. Creating a box around it. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Already running out of cobblestone. 1, 2. Oh. Okay. We're gonna need a lot of cobblestone for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks good. One more. 1, 2. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. They just want to go. We want to be 1 block up, not 2. See some mobs already spawning underneath it. Wow, chances of that are low. to strike a creeper. It's not. Okay. And we do want to place trapdoor. We don't have anywhere near enough trapdoors for this, but whatever. Oh. Yeah, crouching. Wow, that makes building with trapdoors somewhat difficult. I'm over water right now at the very least, so it's not going to be too bad. There we go. I believe that is how it is done, and then... Oh, let me make sure of something. Do trapdoors still block water? We must find out. Oh! Oh, it's nighttime apparently. Didn't even notice that. Thought it was day. Oh well. Let's go. Wonder how it looks from up top. Let's find out. Okay. Gotta add railing or something. Ah, okay, yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Alright. It'll be good when I get an elytra and fly out there. That's gonna be nice. Alright. Back to work. Right. Just want to make sure. Okay, that means yeah, it's about what I. About what I. We're gonna need a lot of cobblestone. And a lot of wood. There we go. Looking pretty good. Looking good, looking good. So we're going to extend this all the way out to that end right there. That is our primary goal. We want to extend this all the way out to there. And then we're going to put water all the way through here. Hope you're not afraid of heights. That pathway still looks really good. We're also going to have to light up the bottom of this, or it will not be good. It will not be good. It will not be good. Where do you go? Pretty sure it's not supposed to act like pretty sure it's not supposed to act. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be 2 blocks up. Oh well. Just a little bit more cobblestone needed. Good thing I caught that early. Weird tree. Almost looks like a person. Oh well. There. We'll go. Yeah, it has to be 2 blocks. Because the trapdoors go on that. We want it to be able to flow down like that. All the way. We're going to have 2 here. And where this is, we put another one here. So that way it'll all just go in one direction. Just like that. So I've noticed that does that. That's weird. Oh well. If you see, this will flow backwards, so we want to have basically things separating it. Where this flows down and gets exactly to here. The thing is, the more space you have in here, the more how do I put this? The more mobs can actually spawn in here, because it does it by basically unlit area. That's how it's processed. You can you can have a larger mobs farm. You can have a larger mob farm if you have more area like that. And what we are going to do, we are going to put... It's hard to describe only a single water bucket, but we are going to put one up top. Sanction off these walls right here, over on the sides. We're going to put one up top so it flows in. And then halfway through, we're going to put one down here. It's going to be a little bit awkward. It's a really old way of making things, but I do believe the newer way doesn't even work on it. If not, we can just cover up the whole back of that and just start up bugging everyone. That is the plan. We're gonna fill this whole area in with blocks. Yep. Go. This will be our temporary little hole here. Hole here. Yeah, that'll. There. I think we're just gonna. I think we're gonna abandon the idea of having the waterfall strategy because I don't even know if that works on Bedrock. I'm pretty sure it does, but I'm not entirely sure. So I only played a little bit of Bedrock with a... What the fuck? Where did I get that from? I only played a little bit of Bedrock with a mob farm. I've never really made one of these outside of Java. And only made one of them in Java. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. There. Alright, let's just destroy it. There. You go in here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can actually go one more. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that works. That goes right into it. All right. Let's get on our way then. We shall have to make the morning. All right. The pole under the man. Do that one more time. There we go. All right. Well, 11, 9, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe we can just make that the backbone. Yo, what's up, man? Whoa. No Sekiro, we already beat that. Oh no, I forgot to take it off the pole. Damn it. Let me get that. If you got any game suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I love to hear the game suggestions, because those are the games that I could play. Of course, you can vote over on Twitch simply by just typing one of the numbers in the chat. Already did Sekiro, though. I did, permadeath on Sekiro, actually. That was really fun, not gonna lie. Armist, tell me. Dark Souls 3? I have not beaten Dark Souls 3 on stream, but I have beaten it. Very good game. I have all the DLCs for it. That could be another game. I have a Discord server for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. I have a Discord server where you can vote if you are interested in voting on off-stream. That is. Ooh. Oh. The name is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just say you're level 31 fighting the Nameless King? Why are you so low? Why is your level so low? Bro, you gotta level up. Like, yeah, it's possible to get that far without leveling up, but you gotta level up. Just do some grinding. I'd say Nameless King, you want to be level 200 to beat him effectively. Like, you do not want to be level, like, below level 150. Like, levels actually mean a lot in Dark Souls 2 and 3. Well, not so much 2, but 3. 1, not so much. But you want to be as high as level as possible for the Nameless King. Like, he's not too hard. I've done him hitless, but he is a very dragged out, long ass fight. He has one of the highest health pools in the entire game. You want to be like level 200. There we go. What weapon are you using? Because he has a lot of resistances, but in the... Oh my god. But in the end of the day, he is actually, I believe he is weak to dark elemental damage? I do believe. He's weak to dark damage. I'm pretty sure he counts as an undead. So yeah. He's weak to dark. He's also weak to, he does take a little bit less fire damage than usual, but it's not, like, really bad. So, yeah. Yeah. But, like, what are you struggling with specifically? Because I've done him hitless before. Like, are you struggling with the Storm King? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What you really wanna do is just practice his timings, because his moves. He's actually he's a very narrow boss. He's very narrow, right? When you see his attacks, unless they're like a big sweep or an explosion, a lot of them are so narrow you can dodge them pretty easily. So, in all honesty, just practice your rolls. It'll get really easy eventually. And if you're really struggling, how I beat that boss my first time was a Chaos Longsword. A longsword with a Chaos gem on it. It's delayed, yeah. A lot of his attacks are very purposefully delayed. You should see the blue Smeltery Demon. But yeah, Chaos Longsword if you're really struggling. That beat him pretty well. And if you're still having trouble with him, most of his damage is lightning damage. By most of, I mean like almost all of it is lightning damage. So just pack up on lightning resistance and you should be good. Are you at least enjoying the game at the very least though? Because that Dark Souls 3 has one of my favorite boss fights in the entire game in it. It's actually in the last DLC. Oh, it's good. It's a very good game. Go. Probably on the... Are you in the Discord server yet? If if you are not, I will invite you, because the invite keeps expiring, unfortunately. Discord forced me to do a whole bunch of loops and everything. Deep battle axe. +1. Bro! What are you doing? I mean, Deep, that does work, right? Deep is a really good affinity against him, because he is somewhat vulnerable to dark damage, because he counts as an undead. Not an undead, a human. Humanoids do take extra damage from the dark. But what the fuck? +1? Do you just not like upgrading your equipment? Is this like a challenge run? This is a challenge run, that's respectable. Yeah, I know the one. It's the one in the mimic chest in the first area. Well, second area. It's the one right below the staircase in the locked room. I know the one. It's a good starting weapon. You gotta upgrade it, though. Oh, it's your first playthrough. Okay, yeah, you gotta level up more, man. And you gotta upgrade your equipment. Go to the blacksmith. You probably have a shit ton of Titanite shards you've been picking up. Go to the blacksmith and just upgrade your equipment. It'll make it so much easier. So much easier. Like, goddamn. Do you know how to get boss weapons yet? So if you're on the Nameless King, you're pretty close to getting one of the better boss weapons in the game. His weapon is pretty good. Sure. Yeah, the upgrade class, the flask upgrades, the Restus upgrades. You got, I believe it's Bone Powder is the other game. You gotta kindle the fucking bonfire. You gotta be vigilant. Here's what you should do. All right, there's an old man in the back of the shrine, in the primary area where you go every time to, you know, level up. There's an old man back there. He's the blacksmith. Now he upgrades your equipment for you. If you go back there, he can actually give you upgrades. Upgrade your deep battle axe and put some points into strength. Battle axe scales by strength. You can actually tell based on its like A, B, C scaling what it scales by. Your battle axe scales by strength, so you want strength. How to get there? Just fast travel to it. You can go into the options and just fast travel to it. Not your options, but like your fast travel options. You can just sit down at a bonfire and teleport there. Yeah, okay. This place is good. Pretty cool game. After first boss, no bonfire. I believe there's a bonfire in every boss arena, actually. Yeah, there's a bonfire in every boss arena. What do you have this on there? You have this on like PC? You're playing like a pirated copy of it or something? First boss. First boss would be... It depends on what you mean by the first boss. you got a sword from the first boss, then you should probably have soul summoning, soul transmutation up. So yeah. Oh! Oh! Gundyr. Well, you're already out of there. You put that sword in the bonfire already. That's the only way you could have actually gotten out of that place. So you've already done that. There's no way to actually get out of there without fast traveling, I do believe. No? How the hell did you get out of that first area then? Because I don't actually think there's any way to get out of there but fast travel. Well, either way, I believe there is an item in the inventory which sends you back there anyways. You got teleported. What teleported you there? Like, what actually did it? Wait, I think you interacted with the item then. No one really does that. No one really interacts with that. Everyone just goes to the bonfire. Well, what you want to do is you want to go back to Firelink Shrine. You don't actually have the bonfire there. There's an item in your inventory. I think it's called the Sign, which gives you the option to go back there. Left and teleported. You must have rested at the bonfire previously then. You must have rested at the wrong bonfire previously and would have teleported you there. If at least there was no cutscene. But you leveled up though, so that means like you leveled up, which means you've been there before, which means you should be able to go back there. Should be. Should be able to. And if you got the sword from Gundyr, all you gotta do is stand in the middle of Firelink in Firelink Shrine and just... It's a very specific spot, but the bowl, the Lord Vessel, the bowl that's in the center of the shrine, just put it in the middle. It's a very specific spot you gotta stand in, but you can do that. Right next to the level up lady. Right next to her. You can find it there. You took the cutscene out, and no one really takes that path out. Everyone usually just teleports. Fell off a cliff and get teleported, yeah. You can actually get out of the first area like that, I do believe. I think Elden Ring has a similar thing as well. I think you can also get out of the area by falling off a cliff in Elden Ring. It's a reference to DS1, or DS3 actually. Which in and of itself is a reference to DS1. This thing is almost done. There we go. So once you put that stake in the bonfire, you can rest there. And it's kind of like a hub there. There's the Finger Maiden. Well, not the Finger Maiden. The Hand Maiden. And all that nonsense. Dancer is difficult. She has a very odd attack pattern. You can do her at the beginning of the game. honestly. You can do her pretty easily at the beginning of the game. That's what I usually do. Because if you beat her, you can get into a much later area. And it makes the game a lot better, because if you can get past her, you can grind on the enemies that are past her. It is a late game boss. You're supposed to come back for it later. You're supposed to come back for it later, but if you're good enough to beat her early game, you get access to an area where you can level up to late game area, like a level up to late game stuff really early on. What I would do if you wanted to beat her early game, master her combos and use the katana that you get from the starting area. Use the katana, upgrade it. There you go. Yeah. Just like look up guides online. Don't play a Souls game blind for the first time. You're not gonna have a good time at all. Just play the game. Yeah, you can get a katana if you go. So the starting area, Firelink Shrine. If you go over to, I have to grab the stuff. If you go over to the far left side of the shrine on the cliff side, on Firelink, there's a naked guy wielding a katana. If you kill him, he will drop a katana, which has the bleed status effect on it. And bleed, how bleed works is once you proc it, it'll just take a percentage of the boss's health, no matter what their health actually is. Hold on, let me grab the cat real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, there is a katana there. There's a katana there. And that is very good to try and beat the dancer. That's what I usually beat her with, because I only beat her early game so I can get into the late area really early. Real early. So if you can beat her that early, you're pretty much set for the entire game. Pretty much entirely set. And once you beat the naked guy and get the katana, you can go to the blacksmith and upgrade it. I wish I could, like, see your screen. That would be awesome. I wish people in chat could stream things to me. That would be like streamception. Yep. There we go. Hey, what's up, gamer? Literally. How you doing? We're just deciding what game we're gonna play next. We're also building a mob farm. You can vote over on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, then you can just go into the description of the video, the stream, and click on there, and then just type 1, 2, 3, or 4 based on the options on the right. Me and Armist here were just talking about Dark Souls 3. Good game. Really like it myself. I've done a lot of it. We just got done with Sekiro. We just did a hitless run of, not hitless. We just did a permadeath run of Sekiro. there. Yeah, we just did a permadeath run of Sekiro, so we're voting for what we're doing next. Okay, this is already working. Perfect. Already working. We want to put this here, though. Not quite. We want to put it, like, here. Yeah, right about there. So, gamer, what's up? You have any experience with, any of these games? I hear a lot of people want me to do, BG3, which is fair. BG3 is a very, very good game. There we go. Yeah, that works. Don't want to fall down there, though, or that would be death. Black Knight sword. Bro, just use that! You have one of the Black Knight's blades? That's a rare drop from an enemy. Just use that. That is... If you have a Black Knight sword, use it. It is way better than a deep battle axe and might have higher requirements. Might have higher requirements. But yeah, just use that deep battle axe. The deep battle axe, the Black Knight sword. Use that. You already have that shit, man. That's some good shit. You have a Black Knight's greatsword as well. Yeah, use that. It's a great sword. It's massive. It's huge. It does way more damage, and it's a good sustainability. Master that moveset and get the requirements for it. So there's no way you can have the requirements to wield it yet. Should be good. Greatsword is what I took to the end of the game on my first playthrough as well. The weapon simply known as greatsword, which is actually an ultra greatsword. Whatever. We need more wood. Yeah, greatsword's really good. Just you might have like stat requirements that you don't meet, so the weapon will basically do no damage. Just meet those stat requirements. Just level up till you get it. Easy as that. There we go. We're also going to install this now. Just replace this. There we go. And then there we go. Getting closer now. Can't see a thing. So we want to build a small shack around the base of this. There we go. Yeah, 20 strength and 18 dexterity. Level up and get that, and you should be pretty good. It just upgrade it. It's very slow, but it hits very hard and has a high chance of staggering him, which is what you want to do. It'll be good. Whoop. It'll be really good. It's a very powerful weapon. It only drops rarely from... It only drops rarely from very specific Black Knight enemies, as you can think by the name. So if you have one, you got lucky at some point during your playthrough and got it, so fucking slap that shit on. Really good. You might be slowed down and your rolls might be slower, but literally just level up, like just grind a little bit and you should be good. It's a good day. Trust me, it's always good to be shit. Trust me. I think someone is here. Go. We also need just more torches. We need more, way more torches. Here we go. Coal. Sticks. There we go. Just way more of these. Black Knight's greatsword. When you play co-op. Well, okay, so let me explain something. The Black Knight's greatsword is something called a dual scaling weapon. Dual scaling weapons, while they're better in Elden Ring, are still considerably dangerous in DS3. Notice how on a lot of weapons the requirements are very vastly apart. So some weapons have, say, 15 strength and 8 dexterity. Black Knight weapons have the very good dexterity and strength requirement, which means they scale really well in both. They scale really, really well in both areas, which means they do a lot more damage at high levels when you have really high stats in both of those. Early game, they're not very good because they have high requirements for both strength and dexterity, and they're somewhat hard to use. Late game, though, they are pretty good. They're pretty good because their requirements and their scaling is very good for higher level players, which you can become because you're so deep into the game. Just grind in an area, just keep killing enemies over and over to level up until you get your strength and dexterity high enough. Dual scaling is no joke. Sure, like I said, it's much better in Elden Ring, but it is still a very dangerous thing in DS3. That's the lay of the land. That's the rundown, basically. Of course, you can do what you want, though. There we go. Okay. There. Now, if you want my setup, I didn't personally use any blades like that. I used the longsword with a very specific build to maximize its damage, but you don't have that build, right? And I doubt you have a Chaos Gem on you either. So, in all honesty, your best bet is very heavy, very high damage weapons. You got all those, then, yeah, you're pretty much set so long as you got good stats to back it up. You'll, like, how weapon scaling works in Dark Souls is very nonsensical and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But you'll get used to it as you play through the games. Trust me. Yeah, your friend kinda scammed you. He told you to give them all the boss souls? Boss souls are how you source some of the best weapons in the entire game. Like the souls that would drop during the thing? Yeah, your friend kinda scammed you. Those are really good. Those give you weapons that the boss used. If you have their soul, you can use something called a transposing kin to get their weapons. Now, a lot of them aren't very powerful, but the Nameless King's weapon specifically is incredibly powerful. It's one of the best ones in the game. I doubt he still fucking has them, but it's one of the best in the entire game. It has a lot of damage, good scaling, it has good electric damage, and a unique moveset that makes it very easy to destroy things online. There we go. Yeah, like, I don't even know why you'd want to give those to anyone. Those are so valuable. You can only get one per playthrough. Like, every time you play through the game, you can only have one per playthrough. There's only a couple exceptions. Only a couple of exceptions. Plus, not only that, they also, they just give you souls, right? They just straight up give you currency. If you don't want the weapons, you can use them and just, they'll disappear, but they'll give you just straight up currency. Souls. A lot of them, too. A lot of souls. Not a small amount. Go. They are very, very good. Huh? There. Yeah, probably because he has all the souls. He probably took a lot of time to do this. He put a lot of hours into the game, yeah. What you want to do is get those souls back, or you could just start a new playthrough entirely. Because if somebody just took your souls from you, like, that sucks, man. That's a big blow. Because some of those weapons can be really good. Some of those boss weapons are really good. Because of how annoying it is. So from one of those souls, a good example is, hell, the Nameless King. But the Nameless King's soul it splits into 3 different weapons, but you can only pick from one of them. So he probably just wanted yours so he can just get more than one of them through one playthrough, so he doesn't have to play through the game over and over again. So you can only get one of those rewards per playthrough. So he just took yours so he didn't have to play through the game 3 or 4 more times. It is a grueling experience. Yeah, you still are getting stuff from New Game Plus 4. Some of those things have 3 or 4 different weapons you can pull from. 3, 4. One of them has, I believe it's the Nameless King, has 3. One of them has 5, I want to say. There's a good bit of them. Plus, they just look nice in the inventory as well. Also, let me give you a piece of life advice. Never say to yourself, "What? Someone has so much, why would they want something from me?" Because people are greedy. And people always want more no matter what. Why would a rich guy want more money? Because he likes taking money. Humans are bad, bad creatures. Just because someone has a lot of something doesn't mean they just won't take more of it from people. It's the truth. So I'd say if you really want to, because you're pretty close to beating the game. If you're near the Nameless King, you're basically in the final few areas, right? Just do it. Just grab it. Just get your stats up a little bit. Get Greatsword or one of the longsword blades. And just beat the Nameless King. Because if you've already gotten there, you're probably pretty close to beating the game in the first place. There we go. Ah, yes. Okay. So Havel's armor. It's not exactly too useful, not entirely, but it's also the best armor in the entire game. There's only one set per playthrough. There's only one set of Havel armor through the entire playthrough of the first game. But it's basically the best armor in the game. And it's very heavy, and you need a specific build to use it properly. But it is basically the best armor in the game. Sounds like your friend kind of stole everything from your initial playthrough. You probably just want to start a new playthrough and do your own thing away from everybody else. Best to play those games alone. Like this. If not, if you want to salvage this current playthrough, but there we go, yeah. Just do what you feel is right, do what you need to, basically. And finish up the game, because you're pretty close to the end of it. There you go. That's basically what I gotta tell you. I'll do the game on stream as a bit of a walkthrough for you if you want. I'll put it in the voting list so people can vote on it. There we go. Finally done. That is a mob farm. Black Knight armor. It's okay. Certainly doesn't have as good defense as the Havel's armor. Black Knight armor is okay. Not the best. It has good flexibility. As far as armor goes, I'd say if you want to just grind and get a really strong character, just get the Havel's armor. If you've already given it to him, then just restart your playthrough. But if you haven't, you just grind and use that, because it's basically the best armor in the game, and it is, once you get it up really high, once you start being able to use it without being slowed down, really good. It is really good, and it's much more flexible as well. If not, probably use one of the boss armors. One of the armors from one of the bosses that you can buy at the shop. But I think the most important thing is just do what you want. Stop listening to people. Stop listening to what other people say and what they do. Because most of the time other people are going to kind of ruin your experience with gaming. Trust me. That's why I usually play alone and only single player games at that. Do what you want. Armor doesn't matter that much in DS3. You can basically wear whatever armor you want in the game and it won't matter very much because the damage numbers are not as important as, say, DS2 or DS1. The rest of the game series. So just do what you want. Don't listen to me, or your friend, or anyone else on how you want to have fun with the game. Do what you want. Maybe pick your friends a little bit more carefully. Vitality? I mean, vitality is important. That is your hit points. That's your health. That is your health. Although, the first thing you really want to do in the game is get your stats down. Trust me, I have beaten the game probably more than 20 to 30 times. I've beaten all of the DLC and everything 20 to 30 times. What you want to do is you want to get your requirements, like your strength, dex, and your faith, to a point where you can wield the weapons you want to wield, and then getting your health up later is more important. It's not Elden Ring where vigor and like your health is a very important stat. You can honestly skip on that for a while. So yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, we gotta do one last thing. Kinda forgot about this. Gotta open the trapdoors at the top. Phew. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me, there. Yeah, equip that. Like, don't equip it now, but get the stat, which allows you to use heavier armor. Get that up. If you wear Havel's armor with that stat, you're pretty much unstoppable. Mostly. You're not going to be able to use it properly for a while because it's so damned heavy. But you get that armor, start increasing its power, or increasing your power overall. That's one of the better armors in the game. That's probably why your friend wanted it. One of the better armors in the entire game. There's a couple issues with it. It's very heavy. It's very clunky. But it's pretty good. There's a stat which you can find on the level up screen. I believe it's called endurance. It's not vitality, it's the other one. It's endurance, I believe. Which increases your maximum equipment load. Getting your equipment load will allow you to move faster while wearing that armor. Which is what you want to do. You want to move as quickly as possible, because normally that armor will give you a roll that's very difficult to use. So you want to increase your equipment load as high as possible. Once you do that, and you can start moving around in that armor a lot easier, then you want to start equipping big weapons and really big and powerful items like greatswords and stuff. Once you do that, you can start mixing in magic with your build even. There's a lot of possibilities. That game is practically endless in possibilities. And once all that's done, well, you're probably going to go into New Game Plus, and that's a whole different territory. It's a whole different territory. Yeah, Havel's armor is very good. And there's only one per playthrough, so you might as well keep it. There's also the Dragon Tooth, which I believe you get from the same place. I believe. Dragon Tooth is a really big club, which looks like a tooth. Very good weapon. Keep that as well. Keep everything to yourself, basically. I believe that should work. Those are only there in case the water goes wrong. Once you got Havel's armor and you upgrade your stats, you're basically set. You'll take basically no damage from anything. Looking good. We just need to bring some more water up here. I got kind of sidetracked talking to you. Store a great sword. I believe that is a magical great sword. What are the stat requirements? I believe that is a magical great sword. If it has an intelligence requirement, then it's a magical greatsword which does magic damage, which is very good. Very good. You gotta have good stats for it. Honestly, man, sounds like you're probably pretty good at the game. You just don't have any knowledge of it. If you got to the Nameless King with only a couple co-op fights that early, as at level 37, and you got him 18 dex, that would be a dexterity sword, so that great sword is faster than normal. But if you got him down to halfway as a level 31 with a plus fucking what? Oh, shit. Please don't. There's a creeper in here. I didn't even notice it. I've got all the stuff to repair this. Like I was saying. Yeah, if you sound like you're pretty damn good at the game. You've probably practiced it a hell of a lot, so honestly, just kind of keep doing what you were doing already. Sounds like you're pretty good. Because, like, beating the Nameless King with that setup, that would be a challenge for even me, right? I've played the game 30, 40 times. Probably more. I've probably beaten it somewhere around. Yeah, it's really good. It is really good. When you get those requirements, it's a dual scaling weapon, so that shit hits hard. It scales off both strength and dexterity. So it is a very, very deadly weapon. It hits hard. Black Knight stuff in general is just very good. There we go. Fuck. The hell is that? But yeah, the Black Knight set in general is very, very good. What is like the best weapon in the game? I'd say it really depends on what your build is. Your build can swing so wildly that it's hard to say what the best weapon in the entire game is. It's a good weapon though. But there's also Great Sword that's in the swamp. That's another weapon similar to the one you're already using. That's a bit heavier though, I do believe. And then there's Moog's not Moog. That's Elden Ring. There's Smaug's hammer, which is the big golden hammer that you get within the castle. On the I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called. But there's a really big hammer, which is one of the heavier weapons in the entire game. That's very, very powerful. That you can get. You can look it up. It's just on, like, open another browser and literally type in, like, Dark Souls 3 Smaug's hammer. And you'll see it, it'll come up. It's a very deadly weapon. 170... yeah, you can upgrade a shitload of weapons. I believe it takes, what, 16 of those to upgrade a weapon? To a point where you need Titanite, a large Titanite shards? You have 107 of those. Upgrade that shit. You can upgrade a lot of weapons. You need large Titanite shards afterwards, but you can experiment. You have a lot of stuff. Because you've been saving it for the entire game thus far that you didn't even know you had. You got a lot. You can upgrade a lot of weapons. Just go to the blacksmith and he'll upgrade them for you. It costs money. Yeah, 107 Titanite shards. That's actually a lot. That's like a substantial quantity of them. Titanite scales. So weapons that are magical, that naturally have magical properties, they can't be upgraded with Titanite shards. They have to be upgraded with Titanite scales. So weapons that naturally do like fire damage or something, they require a different material to upgrade. Titanite scales are what they are used for. They're used to upgrade magical weapons. Here we go. I think we're good. We are, yes. Every section of this place is covered up by something. Twinkling Titanite is a similar thing. There are also other weapons which can only be upgraded with that, usually also magical ones as well, which can only be upgraded with Twinkling Titanite. That's what that's used for too. You have a lot of upgrade materials. That's not a small amount. That is 57 Twinkling Titanite is a lot. Like, that can upgrade most of the good weapons in the entire game, essentially. Yeah, like all of the good weapons in the entire game that can upgrade. Don't go crazy with it because they are still pretty damn rare, but yeah, you got a good base going. That's really good. Let's see if this thing works. There's still light up there. What the hell? My god, I'm incompetent. Don't tell me I did something stupid again. I bet I left a torch in here. I did. I did. There we go. So yeah, Titanite is a blanket term for upgrade material in the Souls games. If you've got a lot of Titanite, you can upgrade a lot of weapons. There we go, we should be good. Is that like a door here? Hmm? Add a trapdoor to these. There we go. Twinkling Titanite. And what else is there? There's, Hole crash. Oopsies. There we go. What else is there? There's Twinkling Titanite. There is Titanite slabs. Don't give anyone Titanite slabs. There's only a couple of them the entire game. If you use up all your Titanite slabs, basically out of luck. There's not a whole lot you can do. There's only a couple of them in the entire game, and they are extraordinarily valuable. I think there's only 10 of them or so in the game. I think there's only 10 of them. Do you have any of those in your inventory? It's called a Titanite slab. It looks like a big block. If you do, then you can fully upgrade some weapons. Because Titanite slabs are used to get the final upgrade level of certain weapons. Very valuable. Difficult to get a hold of, too. They're in usually late game areas. There aren't too many which aren't. The ones that aren't in late game areas are basically things people gun for immediately. So it's a really good item. It's valuable. Oh man, I'm hungry. There we go. Mob farm is done. Now we wait, see if it works. As far as I know, it should. Alright, while that's cooking up, let's talk, shall we, Ernest? Okay, so let me actually get it for you. Let me pull up the wiki for you. Here we go. So, what you want is, where is it? Weapon items. You want to go to items? So there are items that you'll get. Very important. Ooh. There we go. You'll get items. Here we go. Sorry, I pulled up the wiki for it. So you get upgrade items. So in total, there are the following upgrade items. There are Titanite shards, large Titanite shards, Titanite chunks, and then Titanite slabs. Which is right here. That. Titanite slabs are the most valuable of those. There's only 4 of them. Only 4 of them in the game. No, there is more. Yeah. There's only... In the base game, there's only 5. There's only 5. And then Twinkling Titanite upgrades magical weapons. Titanite Scales upgrades different magical weapons, mostly boss weapons. Welcome back. I just sent a link that you might want to click on. That is what you're looking for right there. If you've got anything in your inventory called Titanite Slabs, you want to use those. Why are you not working? Why are you not working? $49 of those. Are you so sure? You have how many Titanite slabs? You sure it's Titanite slabs and not Titanite chunks? How many? It says Titanite slabs, right? Titanite slab. Hold on. How do you have 10 of those? Do you have any of the DLCs? Ah, that makes sense. Normally, in the base game, you can only have a couple per playthrough. Yeah, Titanite slabs are the most valuable upgrade item. Normally, you can only have 5 of them, I believe. Water is flowing. What's wrong? Why it's not this one? Maybe you just crank the difficulty up. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, you can only have a couple of those through playthrough to playthrough. They're really valuable stuff. They're the best upgrade. They can bring your weapon to max level. Normally you can't do that. No, they can bring your weapon to max level. You just want to start upgrading stuff. Really find weapons that you like. I'd suggest going into the swamp area that's hard to move in. Going into that and getting Greatsword, or if you already have it, it's just called Greatsword. It's one of the better weapons of the game. It's what I personally use for most Souls games. It's pretty good. There we go. Let's get it through here. Alright. There we go. Alright, that's all lit up. We should be good now. What's up? What's up? I think we're good. That should be good as far as I know. I don't exactly know why they're not spawning. Because it's on easy mode for some reason. Okay. That should cause them to spawn. While we're waiting, let me give you a little bit of advice. So, Armis, as far as it goes, let's go over some weapon ideas for you. So, ultra great swords are one thing. I personally use just the weapon called Greatsword for most of my playthrough. If you want to know where it is in the Forsaken Keep on one of the broken bridges. That's the swamp area. Also, another weapon that might be good for you is... Where is it? It is under Great Hammers. Another weapon that might be good for you is Smoug's Great Hammer. It is in the ethereal... Yeah, the ethereal of the Boreal Valley. Found in a chest in the ethereal of the Boreal Valley. In the building with the painting... Like the building with the massive painting. It's that building with the painting and the Silver Knights in and around it. Where you backstab the Silver Knight. that area, there is a weapon in the top of that, which has very good stats. It is a big-ass hammer. If you've already got it, it should be in your inventory. That is one of the better weapons in the game as well. How particularly strange. It's just not working. In fact, I don't see any mobs anywhere. Smoug's hammer. Oh yeah. Where the other sign went when the creeper blew it up. Oh, hi, kitty cat. What's another? While we're waiting, what's another good weapon? The Dragon Tooth. If you've got the Havel armor, you've also got the Dragon Tooth. That's another good weapon. It's another pretty good weapon. Yeah, the Dragon Tooth is actually one of the higher DPS weapons. What's going on here then? How particularly strange. I think the water on top might be just blocking them, but no, it wouldn't. They would just fall right down. Why would they not be falling in then? Huh. Yeah, that's another really good weapon. Whoa. Wow, that zombie perfectly sniped me off of there. That's another really good weapon. That's another good one to use it. If you can use it with the Havel's armor and just have Havel's build along with the shield, you're gonna have to increase your stats a lot so you can carry all that while not being super slow. But that's a really good build to have right there. That's high defense, high damage, and you can supplement it with spells later on. Really good. You shall see. You shall see. Alright. Yeah, it's really high. It is a very high strength requirement, but if you can get that, that thing hits really hard. That thing hits like a truck. There's a reason that requirement is so high. Because when that thing hits something, it hits it hard, it hits it fast, for a lot of health. And not only that, it has one of the highest poise breaks in the entire game. So when you hit another player with it, if you're ever doing PvP, they'll be staggered and have to retreat. It's a giant tooth. Of course it hits really hard. It's usually going to hit very hard. Let's see if this works. Don't exactly know why they wouldn't be spawning in there. The Fume Ultra Greatsword. Well, if you want strength, power, and damage, that's actually basically the best it gets. The Fume Ultra Greatsword is the... I don't think it's the heaviest weapon, but it's the most... No, it's the heaviest, I believe. I believe it requires 50 in strength. Something along those lines. Yeah, it is the heaviest weapon in the game. If you just want damage and don't care about anything else, the Fume Ultra Greatsword is what you want. It has a massive stat requirement, only scales in strength. Basically, it has one of the lowest scalings in dexterity in the entire game. This thing is not working. But damn, if you use that and you have the stats for it, you can hit really hard. You can force that thing to do so much damage, it's going to beat the game for you. So long as you got the stats for it. Just level up, level up, level up, level up. Get your strength up. Get your equipment load up. That's a really important. There's a stat which increases your equipment load. It's not strength and it's not vitality. I forget which one it is, but increase that. If you can increase that, it'll be really good. I think it is... Where is it? Stats. It's your endurance. Increase your endurance. Where's the vitality? Yeah, it's your endurance and your vitality you want to increase. It increases your equipment load and your stamina. So increase your endurance, vitality, and strength. Endurance, vitality, and strength are what you want to increase. Those three stats, if you want to use that sword, basically just want to increase those three stats because they're basically the most important stats in the game. They're the most important stats in the game. Once you do that, yeah, start swinging that blade around, upgrade it, and start swinging it around, and it does damage. It puts people down. I believe at max scaling, hold on, I can give you the specific numbers. It hurts. It's no joke. At max scaling, it is considered, it means actually, you actually have. At max scaling, it's regular standard, so you can't increase it, you can't upgrade it in any way. It does 260 damage base, not plus your stats. It has S in scaling, and there are very few weapons that have an S in something. You can use Havel's Helm? Good. One of the better things in the entire game. There we go. Works pretty well. One of the better helmets in the entire game. Once you start upgrading everything like that, the game should be easy for you. If you got the halfway to Nameless King at level 31, that's pretty good. That would be even like a challenge for me. There. Damn it, there. Alright, please work. I don't know why mobs just aren't spawning in there. We'll see if it works there. It's a good amount. I suggest go off and grinding. Just the area right before the Nameless King, that area with a bunch of those dragon creatures. Just grind those. Just constantly fight them over and over again. Get your levels up, and you can beat the Nameless King by yourself easily. Easily. Alright, well, I have to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for coming. Please do remember to follow me on Twitch if you have not. I'm very close to an affiliate, so getting there will be a big celebration for us. I have our new project to work on. Thank you everyone so much for coming, and goodbye.